I'm Kevin A. Weishaar. I've led multifamily teams and real estate operations for over 20 years and work with multifamily operators, compliance leaders, and executive teams on operations, risk, and execution. GenAI is already changing operations in multifamily. Not the way vendor decks promise and not the way critics warn. The real shift is quieter, more practical, and more consequential. In affordable housing especially, technology adoption lives under a hard constraint. Does this reduce risk while improving execution? Anything that fails that test doesn't last. First, GenAI is solving friction and not intelligence. Multifamily operations doesn't suffer from a lack of expertise or effort. They suffer from friction, too much repeat work, too many disconnected notes, and too many manual summaries. Too many leaders prepare information instead of acting on it, and GenAI isn't replacing judgment, it's removing drag. That distinction matters. Second, compliance support without losing accountability. One place GenAI is actually working is compliance support. Affordable housing compliance is documentation heavy for a reason. Clarity, consistency, and audit readiness actually matter. GenAI is being used as a first-pass engine for drafting policies, structuring inspection responses, summarizing Inspire and MOR findings, and outlining corrective action plans. But ownership stays human. AI drafts, people validate, compliance teams retain judgment, and use this way turnaround times shrink without increasing regulatory risk. But ownership stays human. AI drafts, people validate, compliance teams retain judgment, use this way turnaround time shrink without increasing regulatory risk. Third, turning operational noise into decision clarity. Most operational insight already exists. It's just buried. In site notes, in inspection photos, in meeting notes, in email threads, and GenAI excels at this synthesis. Leaders and consultants are using it to convert raw inputs into prioritized action, identify patterns across portfolios, and prepare executive-ready summaries for owners, lenders, and boards. The work doesn't change, the visibility does, and speed compounds. Fourth, scaling shared services without scaling headcount. Shared services teams all face the same math. Demand grows faster than staff. GenAI is helping HR, IT, accounting, compliance, and operations teams standardize SOPs, create consistent internal responses, improve onboarding, clarity, and reduce rework. This isn't automation theater, it's consistency at scale. When shared services are clearer, site teams move faster. Fifth, improving leadership leverage, not replacing leaders. The strongest GenAI case used so far is leadership preparation. COOs and senior operators are using it to draft decision briefs, outline trade-offs, pressure test assumptions, and prepare for board and owner conversations. The output isn't the answer, it's a sharper starting point. Better questions lead to better decisions. Sixth, where teams get it wrong. The failures are predictable. Treating AI as a decision maker, skipping compliance validation, using generic prompts with no portfolio or regulatory context, and confusing speed with accuracy. In affordable housing, mistakes cascade quickly. AI must be constrained, reviewed, and guided by people who understand the rules. Finally, what this means for consulting. This shift is already changing what clients look for. Information isn't scarce anymore, but judgment is. Consultants aren't hired to summarize data. They're hired to interpret it, prioritize it, and help leaders act. GenAI accelerates low-value work like drafting, summarizing, formatting, and organizing. Humans add value through context, risk awareness, decision sequencing, and change leadership. So GenAI isn't transforming multifamily by replacing people, it's transforming it by giving leaders time back. Time better spent to focus on risk, people, systems, and outcomes. That's where performance actually moves. The organizations that understand this will quietly pull ahead. The ones chasing novelty will stay busy and fall behind. I've seen this work across real portfolios under real constraints. The difference is never the tool, it's how deliberately the leaders use it.